The Finest Hours is a pretty interesting film. This is a Disney film from 2016. It's directed by Craig Gillespie. It's written by Scott Silver, Paul Tamsey, and Eric Johnson, and it's based on The Finest Hours, the true story of the US Coast Guard's most daring sea rescue by Michael J. Togias and Casey Sherman. I apologise if I've mispronounced any of those names. And we have a cast including Chris Pine, Casey Affleck, Ben Foster, Eric Bana, and various others. And I went into this with no expectations. I was just looking for a decent film. Well, I'm watching every Disney feature film anyway, but I was hoping it would be a good film. And I certainly got a bit of an education on the true story, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. But I can say it's brilliant. The pacing is great. Visually, it is so impressive. The performances are fabulous. This is based on the true story of a Coast Guard's rescue mission to rescue the crew in Cape Cod in 1952. And as I said, I hadn't heard of this. I wasn't sure what the true story was. By no means can I say it's an accurate representation. If anybody has any information on there, whether it feels realistic or if they made any changes for the sake of the story, please feel free to share. But certainly it was easy to buy into the narrative, to believe what was happening, to really emotionally connect with the story and with the characters. The pacing is brilliant. I'm a big fan of films that get to the point as quickly as possible while still allowing us a little bit of time to set up, and that's exactly what was delivered, and I felt like it held my attention throughout. That's not to say I loved every scene equally, but there was no point where I felt bored or I felt like I wanted it to hurry up. I think it really captured my attention in a way that was really, really impressive. The performances are amazing. Again, I don't know how true the individuals in the film are to the real individuals. Again, if anybody has any comments to make there, please feel free to share. Visually, it is so impressive. It is atmospheric. It is an intense film. It is really gorgeous and quite scary. It's obviously not a scary film. It's not a horror film. But that kind of scenario, the water aspect, it's like one of my biggest fears. I do not like water. You will not see me on a boat voluntarily. Well, maybe like big cruise ships I'd probably be okay with, but it's not my kind of situation, needless to say. And it was intense and a really gripping, compelling story. Were it not based on truth, it would still be just as good. But obviously remembering that this is a true story, it just makes it all the more intense. And I have nothing but praise for it. I thought The Finest Hours was a really strong film. I'd love to know how accurate it is to the true events. I haven't done that much reading about it other than just familiarising myself with the basic events at the time. But if anybody has anything to share there, please feel free to do so. But certainly, I'm very happy to recommend the film. It's very impressive, and if it sounds like a film for you, then I'd say it's one that's certainly worth watching.